Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel where I talk about all things planning, journaling and stationaries. We are heading into July and I want to share how I've been looking for a weekly planner that suits my preference. And in June, I feel like I was in a bit of chaotic situation. So here we are sitting together and sharing my personal thoughts. Of course, everyone has different preference, what they need and everything. So it depends on your lifestyle, but I feel like sharing my thoughts and my journey through a weekly planner hunting situation might be interesting for someone who's on the same boat. So let's get right into it. So let's jump in. So I haven't done much change. Let's see what I've done. I actually need to update my quarterly overview just to set some idea for how I want to enjoy my latter half of the year. And this is something new. So this is a monthly calendar freebie from Peanuts Planner Code. I have seen so many planner lovers using the same one, but I didn't know how to use this section. It has January to December, and then I don't know, maybe it was nice to track some adulting log or something, but I didn't know how to use it. It was blank for a long time. And then I saw someone doing almost the same thing. I'm sorry, I forgot the name of the person, but I found it on Instagram. She was tracking what kind of inserts she enjoyed in her own ring planner. And I thought that was interesting to kind of log, because the beauty of ring planner is that we don't need to stick to one system for 12 months compared to book bound planner. So I actually added some line. I think it only had 5 or 6 line in the beginning, so I added a few more because I don't really need the space. So hope it's visible, but monthly planning calendar, weekly plan, weekly log, daily log, trip log, commonplace book, content log, and wellness log. So those are the things that I have at the moment. And so around February, I started printing inserts and backdated some information from January. So like calendar I've been using it every month. And then weekly planning somehow started from February-ish. I have them in my archive already. And weekly log I'm still enjoying it. And then daily log, I officially started from end of February, last day of February. So technically it's from March. And trip log happened in April and May. So for trip log, I have done a specific video on it. So if you haven't checked it out, I'll keep it on the top right corner for the link. And yeah, I also introduced commonplace book. This is still kind of evolving. So once I feel like it's nice and stable, I want to dig a little bit more deeper on the video, but it's still under progress, I would say. Then I've also created the content log situation and the wellness log. So I don't know, there might be something that I want to track or memory keep in the future. So I still have 5 more space to go. But yeah, I'm just going to see how this will look like, which will help me to decide what I want to do in 2025 planner system, which is kind of silly to talk about in the middle of the year, but within the planner community, it's very popular that we are always eyeing on, what should I use next year? What should I use? Which planner to get? What kind of system to introduce? So I thought this would help me to see what's important for me to track. And yeah, it's just a nice way to use this space. So monthly calendar has been the same. I really like this calendar system, so nothing has changed. And here comes the challenging part. So I am completely lost with weekly planning. So I talked about this 1 week a page situation that I really enjoyed using during the trip. which I shared in the other video. So I was using 2-page a day, 2-page a week planner before the trip. But during the trip, there was nothing much to track, I would say, because we had 1 month long Japan trip, and obviously there's no work related task. There was not so much of things that I need to do. I mean, it was a trip, so I really enjoyed it. So there was not so much to write. So I have downsized it to this 1 page a week situation. And this is how it looks like. Half of it is the Monday through Sunday, and then there's task section, kind of 2 task section. This is the before the pen, just for a better understanding. It actually has priority section in the top, but I don't really use it. And then there's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I really like this style, and which reminds me that I am a very Hobonichi Weeks girl. I've been using Hobonichi Weeks for a very long time. So I think this is how my brain kind of captures a week. And then there's this task section here. And then, I don't know, maybe this could be a memo, but I was kind of splitting in my own task, like family related things to do, my business related things to do, and some creative work that I want to do, like filming YouTube on the top section. And then bottom section was mainly for my work related responsibility and to-dos. So I've used this since end of April for a month plus maybe 4 weeks, 5 weeks. But as I am coming back to my normal life, back in home, back to office, back to school, kids are back to school. So I feel like maybe this is kind of too limited space. So I started exploring for a 2-page situation, and I could have gone back to the one that I used to use, but since the beauty of Brain Planner is that there are so many freebie inserts out there that I can test and see if I like it. So I started using this one. This is very beautiful even after the pen, even with my writing. This is a weekly planner, 1 week on 2-page situation from Gem B Plans. I will link it to the caption below. So to show a bit more detailed version how it looks like originally, so this is how it looks like. And what I really loved about this is it has Monday through Friday on the left side, with blank space here and some to-do kind of lined box on the right side. And then the right side page is the Saturday, Sunday. There's mini calendar here, which is super cute. And then mini notes section here with the task on the right. So what I really, really like is, like I said, it has Monday through Friday on one side, which is kind of unique. I have checked so many 2-page weeklies, but sometimes it has like 8 boxes, and then top one is like a free memo space, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday could be on this side, and then Thursday to Sunday could be on this side. Or there were so many combinations, like 4 on here, 3 on here, 3 on here, 4 on here. But my brain kind of works Monday to Friday is a chunk, and then Saturday and Sunday are the weekends. Although I work on Saturday morning, but still, like, my brain works Monday through Friday is the chunk. So when I found this weekly, which was how my brain works, I thought, let's give it a go. And I also kind of liked having mini calendar. The one that I did here is nice, because when I'm just looking at simple weekly like this, I kind of lose track where we are in terms of months. And having something like this helps me to know that, oh, we are already in the middle of June or last week of June. So I quite liked having a calendar here. So I started using this format. The looks is perfect. How they have Monday to Friday, it's very nice. The calendar is very nice. and even, I don't know, the layout, the original writing, everything looks perfect and I really, really like it. However, there are two things that I noticed when I started using it. So everything looks very nice and neat. One issue that I had is because it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes. When I am weekly planning, when there's lots of space, I start putting so many things on each days. Silly me, but that's what happened. So like I already have 4 items when the week starts, and then as the day goes by, some emails comes in, some responsibility happens, so then like it ends up a huge list, and I notice I'm not like getting the things done. So that was the frustration that I had when I started using this. It's just me, not because of the fault of this style or anything. It's just me, when there's extra boxes, I kind of want to fill it up, and that led me to some kind of frustration, like lack of accomplishment. So that was one thing that I realized. And also I am very heavy with daily log. So I like bullet journal style, 1 page a day, almost 1 page a day that I do in here. So I would do the top section with all the to do, and then like some extra writing at the bottom when to just fill up the space. So when I have many to-do list here already, and then when when the day comes, I would open my new daily and I'm kind of writing the same things here. So it was like double work here and there. Like this would be the minimum task, and then I would some have extra things that comes up day by day. So I feel like this is very beautiful. I really like it. I feel like if I am not using any dailies, then this might be a perfect planner that captures all the tasks that I need to do. I only need to watch this and then tick them off. But I really like doing bullet journaling here. So I felt like having a bigger space was a bit too much for me. So I tried it for 2 weeks. The view is beautiful and I really, really want to like this. So one day when I feel like maybe I'm not going to do the daily log, I really want to come back to this. This is a very rare one that I found that has Monday through Friday. So this is very nice one, but it didn't suit me at my current stage. So what I did is back to the basic. I went back to this Peanuts Planner Co. Borderless 2-page weekly. So this one has Monday through Sunday, my all-time favorite style, Hobonichi week style, and it kind of got 3 boxes. So I'm using this for AM, morning task, afternoon task, and since our kids are off school next week, this section I'm specifically using it for a play dates and some kids activity that I'm going to keep them busy. So I started using this, and what I really like about this Peanuts Planner Borderless is it has 4 boxes here where we can do some writing. So I'm splitting them into my business, creative work, job, and others, where I have mini to-do list. So this is like back and forth situation, but when I was using this format with just task and writing appointment here, I felt like maybe I should assign them to each day so that I know how busy I would be. And also I realized, as you can see, most of them are not really done this week. I felt like just having a to-do list here does not help me to get things done. I kind of like wait until when I feel like coming back to all those tasks. So I thought assigning them to each day is a good idea, but I wasn't really sure about it, so I'm going back to this style. So we will see, I have printed a few more pages so that I can survive the summer holidays. But even here, so I did this yesterday to map out my last week of June, which is kind of like I'm practicing this inserts for July. But as you can see, it's kind of empty. So I thought maybe I don't really need 2 page. Although when I was using 1 page a week, I felt there's not enough space. And then when I go to 2 page, it was a bit too much. And now when I filled it up with minimal information, like I'm not assigning to each days, I feel like it may be a bit too much. Then, so now I'm kind of lost in between what to do, how to do. I really like seeing like AM, PM tasks, so I know how busy I am, but as you can see, it's quite empty. I don't have very interesting schedule at the moment, so I don't know. And what happened is I went back to another basic. So this is what I've been using in March when I introduced, like maybe February and March when I introduced my ring planner. But I got this out. So this was sitting in my cabinet for a long time, waiting for some reason to use. This is Naughty 1180. I have shared this, I think, in my very second video that I uploaded to my YouTube when I started the channel, because that's what I was using back then before the ring arrived. It's called Naughty 1180, which has very interesting layout. It's got typical calendar that I really like, the box type of calendar, and then the back side is, let me just see, a blank page. Okay, so it has huge space of memo here and some weekly on the top. And I've been using this from last year December to, I think, let's see, so I started using it in December. I really enjoyed it. I even done some habit tracking here. So January I was quite strong. February I really enjoyed, and then March is when I really started thinking about getting a ring planner. I think that's when I ordered it. So I started using a printed inserts. So I was trying to like look for some ways to use this notebook. So I was just trying to be a bit more creative about it. I started using for mini journaling, mini commonplacing, and I dropped the ball when the ring planner arrived. And then somewhere in April or May, when I actually found this, I'm like, oh, I really liked this. I really like the paper quality and the size and everything. I tried to use this as just a notebook. This was like me trying to come up with some content idea, some idea for my blogging, but somehow it didn't stick. So this was kept on my shelf for a long time. But so yesterday I was kind of in a chaotic situation where I was like, what weekly inserts to use? I got this back and I actually backfilled it from June just to see how it looks like. So I just did a simple line in between for my personal task and work task. And I kind of liked it. So I transferred exactly the same things here. So like my 4 boxes are here. This is what I was actually doing it pre-ring planner. So kind of back to the basic, back to where I started the year. So I am going to see if I like this or if I like this for a couple of weeks. I am still questioning, like having everything in one space is perfect. But on the other hand, I'm using this as my wallet. So I am carrying this around anyways. This is always in my bag. So rather than having a simple notebook that I set up, which I never actually used for 3 weeks, so I swapped my notebooks to this. And I'm carrying this anyway, so I'm thinking maybe this is good enough. And then I started thinking, so if this can capture my monthly calendar and my weekly planning, maybe I can like have this as a planner and use this is more less of a planner, but mainly for my weekly logging or habit tracking and daily. So this is like more of a fact what I did, memory keeping note, like planner, not a planner, memory keeping book this side. And maybe I can use this as a planning specific. So I am in a chaotic situation, back to chaos again. But we will see how it goes, and maybe toward the end of July, I might have figured out if this works or if this works. But there's something about this traveler's notebook passport size that what makes me want to carry it around and really like the size. And yeah, I just like the view. So this is back again for the quarter 3, unexpectedly. But yeah, I really like it here. So yeah, I might swap from doing planning here to just minimizing it to see. Let's see. So otherwise everything's still the same. My weekly, I don't know, daily wellness logo is still here. I actually started, this is still an experimenting phase, but on top of my mind and body tracking, I started checking my step count and also hourly activity. So I have Fitbit, which checks how often I'm standing up. And as I came back from Japan, where I was like walking to everywhere, walking to the park, walking to the supermarket situation, and back here we are always driving to go to school, to go to the supermarket and everything. So unless I focus to move my body, like my step count is quite terrible. So I want to keep the good momentum that we created during our trip. I said, okay, I'm gonna just see how my step is and build a habit of moving my body from there. So I started tracking my steps, and hourly activity is the one that when I'm sitting long time, if I haven't done 250 steps per hour, the watch would immediately tell me that you're just sitting too long, just get your movement going on. So I will see how it looks like, and I added right next to it. So I'm thinking in July, I actually need to set this up, but it's very simple. Need to just write the dates, add one more line, and that's it. So July will have step and the hourly activity here, and this is going to be the graph chart. I can see I really don't want to obsess too much about tracking those activities. So I don't know how long I'm going to use this. If I have created a good habit, maybe it's ready to go. But this is just for me to see where I am at the moment so that I can decide how I want to improve my daily movement. But otherwise, I really like this wellness tracker. This is doing quite well for me, and I'm not so obsessed about it. So I think I'm still in a very good relationship with this. So yeah, this is new addition. I will see if I like it or not. Maybe I would do it for a couple of months and see how it evolves. So yeah, that's about it. Nothing has changed. I'm still enjoying my daily log, not every day to be honest. But oh yeah, this is when I started using the other weekly where they have many to-do list sections. So I kind of dropped the ball of having to do here, and it was okay, but I normally keep the daily open for a very long time on my desk, so I prefer having to do rather than like looking at my weekly here and then coming back to my small journaling. And then this was too much, so I ended up coming back to this style. And yeah, I will see how it goes. So unexpectedly, I thought having everything in ring planner is the perfect solution to my planner chaos. But now this is coming back to daily use and I kind of like it. So this is where I am at the moment. As I introduced myself in my first video, that I'm still in a planner chaos, trying to find my planner piece, and this is what happens in between. I thought I found a piece, and then something happens. Some new notebooks come up, some inspiration come up, some creativity come up. So yeah, this is where I am at the moment. This is how I am starting my July. Thank you so much and see you in the next video.